to all the devotees attending this Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, 18 days, 18 sessions, 12 chapter, 12 day, 12th session. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the song of love of God. Srimad means beautiful, Bhagavad means Bhagwan, Gita means God. I would say it's a beautiful song of love coming from the heart of God. Beautiful song of love of God. The Lord reveals how He loves us. This Bhagavad Gita is full of His compassion, full of His mercy, and full of His love for us. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, please come back to me, be happy. The 12th chapter is the chapter, is the heart of Bhagavad Gita, and it's called Bhakti Yoga, devotional service. For better understanding of this 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, let us have a look to the introduction. Lord Ramchandra in Treta Yuga, he was in Maharashtra, Nasik. Indra from heaven, his son, Indra's son, he started saying, and he was feeling, what is this? He is the supreme personality of God, but he looks like an ordinary, living entity staying with his wife in the forest. Indra said, don't doubt, he is the most powerful personality in this creation, by whose power I get power. Jayant, the son of Indra, said, okay, but in the mind he said, I don't believe this. And he wanted a test. So he came as a crow and he gave a poke in with his beaks to the lotus feet of Srimati Sita Devi. And the pain was too much. Krishna can forgive if somebody misbehaves with him. And he has been forgiving all the living entities as a father forgives the misdeed of the son. But if somebody misbehaves with the devotees and the purest of the greatest of the devotee, Sita Ravi, so the Lord took a bow and put an arrow, and that arrow was behind Jayant, and he was flying all over the universe. Please help me. Indra said, please, you are an offender. Go out from here. Then he went to Kailash. Shivji said, no way. Brahma said, no way. On the way, Narad Muni was coming, and Narad Muni could see that this fellow is Jain. Lord Ram also knew he is Jain. He wants to know the power of the Lord. So Narad Muni asked what happened. He said that I wanted to see the power of the Lord. So Narad Muni said, so you understood the power of the Lord? He said, yes, I understood the power of the Lord. Now try to understand the love of the Lord. He said, how can I do that? He go back and pay obeisance to Mother Sita and see what happens. And as soon as he again flew back to earth and he came to Maharashtra, he came to Nasik and he came to the lotus feet of Sita Devi and paid obeisances. Immediately the arrow left. So again, Narad Muni met. He said, did you see the power of the Lord? Jain said, yes, I saw the power of the Lord. and also the love of the Lord. The Lord has got love. He knows that living entities make mistake, and if we repent and we regret, then He definitely forgives us. And often at the lotus feet of Sita Devi, and he begged for forgiveness, and he immediately was forgiven. So that's the love of the Lord. The Lord is not strict for sake of being strict. He's strict just to uh, rectify us. And now the love in the 11th chapter, we saw the power of the 12th chapter, we are seeing the love of the Lord. In the 11th chapter, we see the uh, Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Duskritam. In the 11th chapter, we see Vinashaya Duskritam, how the Lord will be very strict with those who misbehave. And in the 12th chapter, we'll see how the Lord will be loving his devotees and the power of love. So, in this way, with this small introduction towards today's chapter, for better understanding and easier assimilation of the subject matter, the session will be taken in the following manner. Phase one, the question: I am attracted to your two-handed form. I saw your universal form. Oh Krishna, I am very much attached to your personal two-handed form. But I see that people, a majority of the people are following the impersonal path. And I am going to make a decision today that I am going to be a that you give me a solid foundation whereby my doubts whether personalism is great or impersonalism is great should be eradicated. You, apart from you, my Lord, nobody can eradicate this. There are many people, and in fact, there may be a doubt coming sometimes in my mind whether majority wins is correct or what I'm doing is correct. So this question is very important, and Krishna answers in slok number 2. And then he shows that impersonalism is very difficult in slok number 3, 4, and 5. And Paramahansas in slok number 6 and 7, and he talks about sannyasis in slok number 8, and he talks about brahmacharis in slok number 9, he talks about grahasthas in slok number 10, and he talks about just donors in well-wishers in slok number 11, and it gives the summary of the various levels of devotees. And Arjuna is eager to understand what are the wonderful qualities of the devotees, like in the second chapter, like in the fourth chapter. So in the mm, like in the fifth chapter. So in the 12th chapter, Arjuna is asking the wonderful qualities who of the devotees who are love. Conclusion and question answer. This chapter is small, but this is the heart of Bhagavad Gita. It is in the right in the center. Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga is mentioned in 1 to 6, and uh, Gyan Yoga is mentioned in 13 to 18. Arjuna wanted to have Karma Sannyas that was smashed, and now Arjuna is thorough with Bhakti Yoga and is happy with Bhakti Yoga. But he had doubt. There are so many sannyasis, Ekdandi sannyasis, Gyanvadi sannyasis, Gyanmarg sannyasis that is creating, and there is majority of them. So he wanted the foundation by thereby he is proper that like he wants to be sure what he has chosen is the right path. Sometimes we get bewildered by majority wins, but majority wins is not the case. So this chapter is the heart of Bhagavad Gita, and it's very small but very powerful, full of devotion. So let us right away dive into the first look of the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna Vacha. Arjun means one who is very simple. Simple means one who speak what he says and say what he speaks, walks his talk, and simple living, high thinking. In this world, people, they speak something, think something, and do something. That's why they are very complicated. And such people, they are neither happy and they don't achieve anything. Evam satatayuktaye bhaktasvam paripasate ye chapyaksham avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaham. Oh, Krishna, I realized that this Vishwarup was really, really very fearful, though I know it's for our benefit. But still, I liked your 400 form, and more than that, I like the 200 form as you are standing in front of me. But I see the devotees of the Lord, as you said, Satatam uh, Kirtayantu Mam Yatanta Chadradavata, Satat, they are always into Krishna consciousness. But there are others who are more in number, and they say that as long as one does not take sannyas, he does not get perfection, siddhi. This is Gyan Marg Siddhi. Shankaracharya says, unless and until one gets sannyas, ekdandi sannyas, one cannot achieve perfection. Please tell me how can I get perfection? This question again will be asked in the 18th chapter, and Krishna will say, yes, for Ekdandi, yes, it is true that uh, Shankaracharya says perfection comes by getting sannyas, Ekdand sannyas, uh, but I say by following Nishkam Karma Yoga Marg, one can become Paramahansa, like Yayati Maharaj got become a Paramahansa, Prahlad Maharaj become a Paramahansa, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Krish Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj became Paramahansa. So, which path is better, personalist or impersonalist? So, Krishna gives his mata, his opinion. Sri Bhagavan Vacha again. Vyasman is saying Sri Bhagavan Vacha. That means Sri means beautiful, Bhagavan means important, Vacha means said, says. So, the important, beautiful person is speaking, and what is he saying? That means he's saying something which is important and beautiful for us. That means we should be very alert. We should tighten our waist, and our backbone, neck, and head should be erect. And every word we should catch. What about every word, every letter is important. So let us catch it. It is beautiful, important. That's why Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Mai avesha manoye mam nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya paryupetaste me yukta tamamatam. One who is always engrossed in me, my avashya, one's mind is engrossed in my asakta manapartha, again mind, my avesha manoye mam. So avesh means like we are engrossed. Sometimes we see movies like in once upon a time there was something called as theater. Once people goes into theater, 200, 300 people, there's a big screen in front, and the room is totally darkened. One cannot even see his hand, and everything is engrossed in what is that is Avish. One forgets that is what kind of dress he's wearing. One even forgets whether he's got hands or legs. It becomes Avish. Avish means engrossed. My Avish Mano Ye Imam Nitya Yukta, always connected always connected to the service of the Lord. Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya, with full faith. Pare upetas Teme Yukta Tamamata, such a devotee of mine whose mind is fixed on my personal form, and who's enjoying my hearing about my pastimes, my qualities, my form and name, engage in worshipping with the great transcendental faith are considered to be most perfect. That is my opinion. My opinion. What about the Nirakarvadi? Yes, I'm going to tell them. Etu, I tell about that. Etu aksharamani desham avyaktam paryupasate sarvatagam achintyascha tastam achalam dhrupam. The those who fully worship the unmanifested, uh, the effulgence of the Lord, which is all pervading, that which is beyond the perception of the senses, and all pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, uh, that by controlling all the senses uh, and disposed equally to everyone, such a person is engaged in my welfare. At last, they will achieve me. They will achieve me, but they will achieve. They have to work hard. So they have to read scriptures. They have to understand that Lord is impersonal and formless. For them, they have to control the senses. Tenia Indriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuttaye Te Prapnuvanti Mam Eva Sarvabhute Te Rata. They have to understand that I am pervading all over, and they have to be equally disposed to everyone. Such a person engaged in welfare of all, at last they will achieve me. Oh Krishna, even the personalist, they achieve you, and the impersonalist also achieve you. Oh, my dear Lord, if they can also achieve you, why are you saying the personal, my worshipping the personal form is most perfect and is the best? Arjuna, why this process of impersonal worship is inferior and the worship of personalism is superior, even if they can also achieve? Yes, Arjuna, yes, it is inferior because the process right in the beginning is very, very difficult. This Gyan Marg, only those who are intelligent, who are born intelligent, who are Brahmanas, who can read scriptures, can. The Vaishya Shudras cannot get into this. Forget about women. Klesho adiktarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavat viravapyate. The process is difficult right from the beginning, and the difficulty increases because they cannot. They want to feed the Lord, but the Lord is Nirakar, means they cannot understand where is the mouth of the Lord. They want to give a beautiful dress to the Lord, but they cannot know the Lord is so vast that how much long cloth they have to take. So this process is very difficult because they cannot interact. That is the most important thing. We are people, we are person, and we have to interact like like we are social being. We cannot be alone. So a Nirakarvadi, he tries to be alone, and being alone is is very difficult. Like a monkey was trying to commit suicide because he was very, very fed up that he has got no friends. He was alone. So he said he has to die quickly. But he thought, if I jump, I may again catch a branch and again uh, uh, start living. And I don't want to go into the water. But he saw a lion there sleeping. He said that the best way is to uh, get killed by his hands. He will quickly kill me and I will be free from my miseries. So he quietly went near the lion and pulled the ear of the lion. And the lion opened his eye. He said, "Who is calling his death?" And the monkey in the front said, "I am calling my death and I want to die. Please, immediately kill me." And the lion said, "What is this? First time he is saying such a." And he said, "Why do you want to get dead? I will kill you, but tell me, why you want to be killed?" He said that, "I am fed up. I have no friends and I cannot stay anymore alone." Then the lion opened both the eyes. He said, "What? You want to die? You're fed up because you're alone, and you're fed up because you're alone." He said, "Yes." The lion said, "Yes. Just a minute. Tell me one thing. When you pulled my ears, did anyone else observe?" Then the monkey looked around and said, "Nobody." "Okay, it was a lot of fun. You pull that ear two more times and the right ear also two more times. It is fun. Even I am fed up of being alone, and I'm the king of the forest. I cannot also be alone. So from today, you are my friend and I'm your friend. So in this way, the Nirakar path, one tries to be alone and see Lord everywhere. But we are Rasovaisa means we want to have relationship. So Krishna, devotees relate with Krishna because he is a person, but impersonalist cannot do that. Mm, like a friend. like a friend has another friend, like a master, father, mother has got children, and husband and wife, there is a relation. So this relation, uh, uh, the more the sweeter the relation, more the happiness. So this is what the living entity hankers for. But for a Nirakarvadi, he does not want any kind of relation. He wants to be alone. Being alone is the most difficult thing. So this path is full of difficulty right from the beginning. That's why it is inferior. Even though they may come to me, but it's full of difficulties. For example, if you are made the king of say uh, Delhi, New Delhi, so king or queen, and the condition is that whatever you want, whenever you want, you will get it. But there will be nobody in Delhi. You want to go in aeroplane, aeroplane will come. You want to go in the helicopter, aeroplane, but there will be no driver. You just wherever you want to go, you can go. You want to see a movie, see. You want popcorns, popcorn will come, but nobody will give. It will just come, and you can. After doing everything for 2 or 3 days, you may have good time playing tennis, badminton, chess, everything, but there will be no other person. Maybe after 2 days, you'll get fed up. I want to speak to someone and say what good time I am having. So there is nobody to share. So it is very painful. क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तसक्ततेषाम् अव्यक्ते दुःखं अवाप्यते. But my devotees, they interact with me, they feed me, they dress me, and they wake me up, they put me to sleep, and they talk to me, and I talk to them, and they have a very good time. Yetu Sarvani. Now Krishna will be talking. Arjuna, try to understand the different levels of devotees. Yetu Sarvani Karmani Mai Sanyasya Matapara Anan eva yogena Mamdayanta Upasate. Etu Sarvani Karmani Mai Sannyasa. My devotee of the Lord, my devotee of the Lord, so much in love with me that they don't want to get connected to anyone but to me. They want to always try to hear my pastimes, my talk about my qualities, talk about my name and glories of my name. Tesham aham samudrata. They were so much engrossed in my service that they they don't want to even leave the material world, which is painful, and they are happily serving here. But my Lord, my dear devotees, I don't want to be in this material world for long. That's why I come in Garud and take them back home, back to Godhead. Tesham aham samudrata mrityu samsara sagara bhavami na chirat partha my avashita chetasam. Again, my avesha. So their chitta, their mind is totally engrossed in me. Uh, and they so much so that they are oblivious that this material world is painful, but I don't want to keep them more in this painful world. So I come and take them. It's unlike other Gyani and Karmi who has to be very careful when to leave the body. Forget about others. For them, death is painful. For my devotees, they are oblivious about uh, birth, death, and old age. I take them back home, back to God. Oh Krishna, they are Paramahansas. Yes. And what about others? So my devotees, they totally engrossed in my service, and they're happily chanting my glories of my name, pastimes, qualities, and I'll talk about my beautiful form. Then let me do that. Why are you telling me to get into the ghastly warfare? Why do you want me to engage me in this fight? Arjuna, if devotional service is all about chanting, dancing, and feasting, let me also get into talking about your beautiful form, qualities, names, and pastimes. Why would you want me to fight? Arjuna, oh Krishna, Arjuna, fighting is devotional service. Whatever service we do for pleasing me, Krishna, is devotional service. So, so your fighting is not different from devotional service. And for that matter, for that matter, if somebody is not like a Paramahansa, then he can become a sannyas. Is somebody whose mind is totally my abhisita chetasam. The mind is totally engrossed like Radharani gopis. But what about those whose mind is not totally engrossed in Krishna? For them, they have to work. They have to use that intelligence and make sure that 24 hours their body is acting in Krishna consciousness. They are the sannyasis. Maya eva mana adasva mai buddhim nivesha nivashishyasi mai eva ata uttum na sansayam. Sannyasis are those who know that pleasing Krishna is the goal of the life, but the mind is totally not fixed like the gopis. But they are very intelligent that they don't let the body do any materialistic activity. With their intelligence, they are getting up early. They are engaged in Krishna's service right from morning to night. Again in the night, they think about Krishna and go to sleep. But totally, the mind is not at present. But they are very intelligent, at least not to not to let the mind go serve like Maya Devi. So they are the sannyasis. Oh Krishna, what if one is not able to, not that intelligent, and the mind again and again goes back uh, to to material world. Krishna, it's difficult to fix the mind and intelligence on you. What will be the result if I cannot do that? Then become a brahmachari, then take a full-time devotional service and be in the temple under a temple commander. You don't know, the mind says don't get up, and the intelligence also says don't get up. But the temple commander will come and he will wake you up in the morning, get up, and he tell you to chant your rounds, come for Mangalarti, do this service. So be under the temple commander, and gradually one will be elevated in Krishna consciousness. Ata chittam samadhatum na saknoshi mai stiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichchatum dhananjaya. Oh, Dhananjaya, Arjuna, you are winner of wealth. I will, I will call you Dhananjaya, the real Dhananjaya will come if you get the real wealth of devotion. And that will happen if you are under some devotee who is very much fixed up in Krishna consciousness. Under him, you get training like a brahmachari or a full-time devotee getting training in the temple. Oh Krishna, what if but the mind starts flickering and is not able to even be like a full-time devotee in the temple under any senior leaders. Then what he should do? Then he can become a grahastha congregation member, and he can be with the family and be independent, but with the family, he work hard and earn money, and with this money, he makes this home a temple, and whatever food he is cooking should be offered to the Lord. In this way, he can live a, a life wherein he can earn money and with this money make his house temple. Then gradually a time will come, the mind will also become temple. For Paramahamsas, the mind is temple, and for Grahasthas, the temple is temple, and they are trying to make house the temple. In this way, Abhyasa api asmarto asi mad karma paramam bhava mad artham api karmani kurvam siddhim avapsasi. By working one becomes gradually, they serve the devotees, and by the serving devotees and getting the blessings, the mind becomes purified, and gradually, like Yayati Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, from Grahastha ashram, they will also become sannyas. So they work for Krishna. What type of work? They can help in building temple. They can help in distribution of food. They can help in distribution of books. They can help in spreading the message of the Lord. In this way, one can be a devotee, practice chant 16 rounds, and be initiated, be a congregational member. What if one cannot even become a congregational member? Then at least he can be a well-wisher. He can give donations for Rath Yatra and Janmashtami. Ata etad api asokta asi kartum madhyogam ashrita sarvakarma palatyaga tata kuru yat tatmavan. He can just earn money and give donation, and by giving donation, gradually, gradually he will be blessed. In our temple in Mira Road, there are many Gujaratis who are diamond merchants, and they used to earn money. But one Gudakesh Prabhu, one of the senior members of our temple, he chants 2 lakhs name every day, and it's such a wonderful Vaishnava. He he was also a diamond merchant, a Gujarati. So he said that, he said that he became a full-time devotee, and he saw that other of his community members are earning money, and he used to go and take donations, make them life members, 35,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh for Janmashtami. So these people used to give money, but they said, don't tell us to call, please don't give us lecture, and don't tell us to come to satsang, and don't tell us to come to temple. And he was regularly taking money. After some time, they thought, Arey, this fellow is taking our money and saying that there is a good temple in Payandar, Mira Road, and they have Sunday beautiful program, Sunday Love Feast. And then they said, let us check, because it is said that where money goes, mind goes. So gradually they started coming for Sunday Love Feast, and they found that beautiful kirtan, beautiful lectures, and nice lunch was being provided. So they started coming every Sunday. Gradually, after 5 years, they started chanting, and after chanting for another 5 years, they said they can chant 16 rounds, and chanting for another 5 years, 16 rounds. They said, can they do initiation? And they got initiated today. They are they're now having big, they themselves are chanting 1 lakh names, 2 lakh names, and doing wonderful services for Prabhupada, distributing books, making more devotees, giving beautiful classes, and conducting more programs online and offline. So all started by giving money. By giving money, they at least they become congregational member, and after become congregational member, they become full-time grahasthas in ISKCON, and after becoming full-time grahasthas, they gradually become more fixed in Krishna consciousness, and one comes to the Paramahansa state. But by not giving donation also, one cannot enter into the spiritual life, because they will not get mercy of the devotees. By giving some donation is the minimum qualification to enter to devotional service. That's why Prabhupada, great devotees like Prabhupada, are conducting many programs by which people can come, give donation, and by this donation, they get blessings, and gradually, they become devotees. So Krishna is summarizing. श्रेयो हि ज्ञान अभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानात् विशिष्यते ज्ञानात् कर्म फल त्यागात् शांतिम अनंतरम. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. Better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of the action, for by which renunciation one can attain peace of mind. We have seen many rich people. They come to our temple, they give donation, and after giving donation on their birthday, they say that today we want to feed with our hand the khichdi prasadam. And when they they give this khichdi and they see that people are eating prasadam, they feel so much satisfaction as if they've done a great work. Jagat Shantim. And when they eat that khichdi after, they say this is the best food they have eaten. So they get the best of the preparation in their house, five-star hotel and seven-star hotels. But when they give donation and they see the peace, the love with which people are eating, or they give wheelchair or dress or medicine, there is a satisfaction. By sacrifice, the renunciation of the fruit of action, one gets satisfaction. Without renunciation, one cannot get peace. So, so Krishna is saying, uh, Tyagat Shanti Anantaram. But there are many people who just don't give donation, but they watch lectures in YouTube, and they just also do little puja at their home. But Krishna is saying, and they uh, uh, Shreyo hi jnana abhyasat, they are doing some puja part, but better than doing that puja part on, uh, on their own is hearing about Krishna's pastimes. So they hear Krishna's pastimes in YouTube, but uh, even then even then they don't come to the temple. They don't become devotees. But the time they come and give donation, after doing donation, immediately we see that their spiritual life multiplies hundreds and thousands and unlimited times. So that's why Krishna is concluding. Without giving donation, a person cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. So we saw just by giving donation how they became congregational member, and after becoming congregational, how they became full-time dedicated devotees of ISKCON, Grahastha devotees. Then later on, they became more fixed up, and one can become paramahansas. So Krishna process of devotional is so wonderful, and the devotees are really relishing Krishna consciousness. Please, please, please tell me what are the qualities of one who has obtained peace through devotional service. Please let me know. So now the qualities of the devotees have been mentioned from slok number 13 to 20. And if we just concentrate on Prabhupada, we will see that all the qualities of a great devotee, as mentioned by Krishna in 5,000 years ago, is in Prabhupada. Advaishta Sarva Bhutanam Maitrakarna Evacha Nirmama Nirahankara Samadukha Sukha Same. Advaishta means Advaisha means envious. Advaishta is non-envious. So in this world, everybody is envious. Somebody is better than us. Bala uska kam is mere kam is safed kaise. How come his dress is more whiter than mine? So one becomes little envious. No, but a devotee of the Lord feels that the Lord is very, very kind to me, and genuinely, the Lord is giving more than what I deserve. If Krishna has given, somebody has got something better, he says that Krishna is merciful to them, and it is not disturbed. Advaishta Sarva Bhutanam, like Prabhupada was not disturbed that his senior god brothers are sannyasis and brahmachari. He was just he was peaceful, he was happy, he was playing with them, he was giving donation, he was collecting funds, he was not envious. Advaishta Sarva Bhutanam, Maitrakarna Evacha, and pure devotee of the Lord is a friend of everyone. In this world, we are envious of those who are better than us. And in this world, if somebody is equal, we will try to reduce their glories. If we say that, oh, you are talking about my friend, but I know that he is, useless person. He does not know how to even brush the teeth. Arey, forget it. He does not get up in the morning and take bath also. You don't know who he is. So we try to bring the we are envious of somebody who is greater than us, and we try to bring down the glories of somebody who is equal to us. And if somebody is lower than us, we try to exploit. Like we saw that happening. The Britishers were exploiting the Africans and the Asians, exploiting. Advaishta Sarva Bhutana Maitrakarna Evacha. But a devotee of the Lord is not envious if somebody is superior, and he maintains friendship with every those who are equal, and he feels sorry for those who are uh, not advancing in Krishna consciousness, and he helps them by saying, "Please come." take this process. Nirmama, he knows that nothing belongs to me. I belong to Krishna, my body belongs to Krishna, my house belongs to Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna. I have to become devotee and I have to use my body in Krishna service, my house, everything in Krishna, because everything belongs to Krishna. Everything is by Krishna, for Krishna, and of Krishna. Nirmama, nothing is mine. Nirahankara, if I am speaking, it is by Krishna's mercy. If I am moving, it's by Krishna's mercy. Nirahankara, he doesn't get, says that I am doing such a great thing. It is all because of Krishna's mercy that whatever I am doing is doing. Otherwise, there are people in this world who can even open their mouth and what to speak of singing and talking. So nirahankara, nirmama, sama dukkha sukha same. They are always peaceful, whether things are favorable or unfavorable. Sukha means sukh means things are favorable, like I get what I want, I'm happy, and dukkha means misery. I want something and I don't get it. So it's miserable. For a small child wants ice cream and he gets ice cream, he's happy. And for a small child, he wants ice cream, he does not get ice cream, he's unhappy. So a pure devotee of the Lord, whether he gets what he wants, uh, uh, or whether he doesn't get what he wants, he's peaceful because he knows whatever the Lord does for my good. If we get what we want, Krishna is merciful. If we don't get what we want, then we know Krishna has got a higher plans for us. So he's not disturbed. Samadukha sukha sami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nischaya mayarpita manobuddhir yoman bhakta same priya, and is always peaceful. He knows that the Lord has given me more than what I deserve. That's why he's not anchoring more. He's peaceful. Now I have to do more and more service. Krishna has been kind to me. So chanting, service, giving more donation, for that he will, but for he knows Krishna has given me, is immediately satisfied by whatever food he gets, whatever clothes he gets, whatever money he gets, whatever situation is there. He never complains that I did not get these facilities. Yatatma Dhrida Nischaya, and is fixed up. Uh, uh, Yatatma Dhrida Nischaya is devoted in the service. Yes, I will get up every day morning early and I do Mangal Aarti. Then I will do 8 hours service. I will read Prabhupada books. I will distribute Prabhupada books. I uh, 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 I will in no way commit any Vaishnava offense, or I will no way do Vaishnava Ninda. So he's determined to to do service, and his mind is fixed in Krishna, and is always thinking about. And intelligence is thinking, how do I bring more glories to? How do I preach better? How can I make more people devotee of the Lord? In this way, such a devotee is very dear to Krishna. Such a devotee is very careful not to get disturbed or to disturb others. Yashmanna dvijate loko lokanna dvijate chaya harshamashabhay udveger muktaya sachama priyam. A saintly person, if he goes to, saintly person, if he walks into a forest, the animals and the birds will not get disturbed. But a non-saintly person goes because in his mind there is a tendency for exploitation. All the animals out of fear will run because there is a vibration, negative vibration. Sukhdev Goswami Maharaj was peacefully walking. The animals and the birds were not disturbed. The girls were not disturbed. But Vyasa Muni was walking. The girls were disturbed. They tried to dress. So because the Lord, uh, because the pure devotee of the Lord is so peaceful, he doesn't, because of him, nobody is disturbed, and he is not disturbed by others. So, Prabhupada was uh, having a very bad physical health. His head used to always ache. He used to say that I always feel that there is somebody is hammering my head. But whether it's bad health or whether it's uh, bad climatic conditions or whether people misbehaving, but he was never disturbed, nor others were disturbed by him. Harsha Marsha Bhaya Udvege is beyond uh, uh, he is equipoised in happiness and distress. It's like a bank cashier. He does not, if somebody is depositing 1 lakh rupees, he does not then, wow, 1 lakh rupees has come, 1 lakh rupees. And if somebody takes 50,000, he says, oh, 50,000 is going. No, he knows this 1 lakh belongs to the bank, it's going to the bank, and 50,000 is from the bank, is going to this person. So he's equipoised. If something comes to him, a big palace, he doesn't say, wow, I am very rich. No. And if one is thrown to the hut, he doesn't say, wow, why this is happening to me. Whether the Pandavas were in the palace or in the forest, they were happy. Like Prabhupada was in Los Angeles in big apartments. He was happy. Was in Mayapur in a small hut, he was happy. So, anapeksha, suchirdaksha, udasino gata vyata, sarva aramba parityagi yomat bhakta samyapriya, anapeksha, suchirdaksha. So, he he is not dependent on anybody. He's totally dependent on Krishna. Krishna, only you can help me. And Anapeksha Suchidacha. And he's very pure. He tries to keep his mind pure and is expert in serving Krishna and doing devotional service. And he's free from all pain because the service of the Lord, he does not, Prabhupada established 108 temples, wrote books, but these temples are not 108 bungalows for his family members or books to get money for his family members. It is all for Krishna. He did not do anything for himself or his family, everything for Krishna. Sarva Aramba Paritagi Yomat Bhakta Samapriya. Such a devotee is dear to me. Yona Harshatina Dveshatina Sochatina Kamchate Shubha Shubha Parityagi Yomat Bhakta Samapriya. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, nor or one who laments or desires, one who renounces, he who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious, such a devotee is dear to me. As I said, a cashier, like a bank cashier, is not disturbed. Or a 1 lakh rupees going, and 1 lakh 50,000 rupees is coming. So he knows this is for the bank. Similarly, the Lord also devotees of the Lord. They don't rejoice or grieve or laments or desires. So in this way, he renounces both auspicious and inauspicious. So it is inauspicious. It is inauspicious uh, uh, to cross over the 7 oceans. But Prabhupada, for the service of Krishna, he left Bharat, forget Bharat. He left Vrindavan and he went to the ship Jaladuta and he came to America. It is said that it is very, very inauspicious to leave Bharat Desh, but he did that because for preaching for higher purposes, auspicious. And he says that being in Vrindavan is very, very auspicious, but his spiritual master said, go preach. So he is not bothered of auspicious, inauspicious. Such a devotee who for sake of my service gives up both auspicious and inauspicious is very dear to me. Samasatrucha mitracha tata mana apamanayo shitoshna sukha dukkheshu samasanga vivarjita. For a devotee, there is nobody an enemy. For a devotee, everybody, we are all children of God. And for him, everybody is brother or sister. He has got no enemies. Somebody may consider him as enemy. For him, for Yudhishthir, even Duryodhan was Suyodhan, he was his dear brother. Yeah, he was misguided, but he was not disturbed by his uh, negative tactics. Samasatrucha mitracha tatamana apamayanyo. Prabhupada was greeted and was given a big Rolls Royce, but he was not get disturbed by this wow. And at some places, Prabhupada was not even told to enter. While he came to Singapore, his in the immigration, they stopped him. They said, "You cannot come." So he was not disturbed. So he went ahead to Malaysia and other places and started preaching. The, so man apamanayo, he did not feel I'm an acharya, I'm a sannyasi, I'm such a great devotee of the Lord. How can they? How did? So tata man apamanayo. Sita was whether it was cold in Russia or whether it was cold in London or it was hot in Mayapur, Prabhupada was peacefully serving Radha Madhava. Sukha Dukhe Su. Sukha means favorable and miserable, unfavorable. Whether I get what I want, whether like for a for 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 a for a small boy, he wants ice cream, he gets ice cream, he's happy. He wants ice cream, he doesn't get ice cream, he's unhappy. So that doesn't matter for a devotee if he gets what he wants, if he doesn't get what. Like Prabhupada, when he wanted to preach in Jhansi in the beginning time, so things went well for some time, and again he was kicked out of Jhansi. The 5 years of uh, 5 years of 5 years of struggle, but he was little disappointed for some time. And after 2 3 days, again he started riding back to Goddard, and he went started preaching. And Krishna gave him more than Jhansi, the whole world. Samasanga Vivarjita, and he is free from all kind of wrong association. तुल्यनिंदा सुतिर्मौनिर संतुष्ट एन केनचित अनिकेत रमतेर भक्तिमान में प्रियो नराम. And such a one who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, pain, infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent, satisfied with anything. Aniketa is satisfied with any. He doesn't have any residence. Prabhupada did not stay more than 3 days in any place. He said that Narad Muni was cursed by Daksha, that he will not stay in more than 3 days in it. Similarly, in Guru Shesha Parampara, the curse is coming. As a sannyasi, I cannot. I have got 108 temples, but I cannot stay there more than 2 or 3 days. So in this way, he did not care for residence. Like the six Goswamis did not care to stayed more than, they did not have big palaces to stay. They were staying under different tree every night. They are fixed in knowledge, and they were thinking about Krishna, and reading scriptures, glorifying Krishna, and wrote scriptures for the upcoming generation. And thus engaged in Krishna consciousness, such a devotee is dear to me. Etu dharmamritam idam yata yukta paryupasate shraddha dana shraddha dhana mata parama bhaktas te ati me priya. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service, the bhakti yoga, who completely engage themselves with faith, shraddha, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. This path, yetu dharma amritam idam, yatayukta pariyapsata, who is in this path of devotional service, the Savaipamsa Paro Dharma, the topmost dharma, Pancham Purushartha, Prema Pumartha Mahan, such a person with full faith, dedication, and mind, completely engrossed in this, such a devotee of mine is very, very dear to me. In this way, Krishna glorifies devotional service, Krishna glorifies his dear devotees, and those who are dear to him. What are the qualities? And now that we know these qualities, we should try to imbibe these qualities. Now that we should upgrade our Krishna consciousness, we should try to become a devotee fixed in Krishna consciousness, try to become a better devotee, and become Paramahansa, and serve Srila Prabhupada, please Prabhupada, distribute books, be good devotees, make other devotees, bringing glories to Prabhupada, pleasing Prabhupada and Gurudev, making our life successful. This should be our goal from now till we leave the body. And we got very limited time. In this limited time, we can achieve the unlimited, ever increasing happiness. So we should intelligently take this process seriously till the time we leave this body, till the last breath. Make life successful. Please Prabhupada and Gurudev, and bring glories. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Anyone, any questions at this stage? So tomorrow we will be having, I'll be in Australia, Perth, But 7:30 Singapore time, I will take the class. So 13th till 18th will go. 13th chapter is easy. 14th is much easier. 15th is easy. 16th is easy. 17th is easy. 18th is the easiest. Prabhupada said. It's just repetition of whatever we saw in 17 chapters. So we will go to this. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any questions from devotees side? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Thank you.
Pranam.
Thank you,
Thank
Maharaj.
Thank you. I hope you all are understanding and you are able to relish this also. So thank you to all of one.